Hi, welcome back to another video. I want to talk about bass drumming technique, which is why half the drums are missing. And hopefully you can see my foot from there. If not, I'll be doing some close-up shots and editing them into the video, so I'm going high tech with split, whatever it's called. So, without further ado, I just want to talk about, firstly, very quickly, how to be comfortable playing the bass drums. So, when you sit down at the drums, you're going to sit not on top of the stool, but further forward, so that your weight's kind of going down into the drums. The second thing is the height of the stool. Apologies if my head gets cut off here. Height of the stool around knee height is probably a good starting point, and then you can adjust it up or down depending on how you feel about that. And when you sit down at the drums, your feet should be parallel with your leg, and then the pedals underneath that, and then you just adjust it a little bit here and there until you feel comfortable. But just from experience, that's the quickest way to set up a drum kit, and then put the drums in place. I might do another video at some point with more detail, but let me know what you think. So not really much actual hitting of drums. I can put these down and just get into the various strokes. So we'll start off with what I recommend as the first stroke. Before I get into this, I'll just say I haven't watched any tutorials or DVDs on how to play the bass drum. I'm just doing this from my teaching experience, and I've found a few different methods that work. I'm sure there's lots and lots of different methods out there. So again, I think I'm more about natural drumming and nothing forced. So trying to use momentum as a way of getting what you want out of the drums. So firstly, best kind of initial technique to use is the heel down, which is having your heel down on the pedal, at the back of the pedal, so you can see here my heel's just down there, and pushing my foot forward like that. So I think I've talked about that briefly, but you're going to be not doing this with your foot like that. You're going to be doing that. So I'll cut in a close-up of this, which is just the heel of my foot is on the floor, the grip of my foot is against the pedal, and I'm firing the beater in that way. So I'm using the grip of my foot to push the pedal forward. So when you say heel down, it's heel down, but you're doing a little bit more than that. You're kind of trying to push yourself off the stool. So you get, that's nice and loud. When you start, it might be a little bit harder to get the volume. All of that is coming from this muscle here, as far as I can tell, and a little bit from the thigh muscle as well. So but it's mostly your shin muscle and just forward. You get a nice clean hit. And you notice the bass drum pedal is planted in, so you get that kind of dry bass drum sound. The next step after that is to do that, but get used to bringing your foot back off the pedal. So you're letting it bounce there. But obviously you want to not have the pedal moving around, because you're going to get it hitting into the back of your foot. So it's getting used to the difference between that and that, which is somewhere along the lines of that. So it's maybe not as loud, but you're catching the rebound before it gets out of control. Another thing you notice is my foot creeping forwards gradually. So one way to find the sweet spot on the pedal is to start with your heel way back here, and start. It's a really good exercise because it's hard to get that to hit. Start back there. Work your way forwards and let your foot just slip forwards. At some point you'll feel just right. You notice there it suddenly found its place. Which for me is fairly far forward actually. Most people would be further back here. So again, I'll cut in a video of that and then we'll get into the next technique that you could use.